friends, and welcome back to A Mouthful, the podcast where we talk about all things food, art, and life, and maybe serve a little insight or tea along the way. I'm Ro.
I'm Jo.
And I'm Fee.
And today we are going to talk about post-drama school, something that is a little bit sensitive to all of us because that also means COVID. And if you didn't know, we graduated in the midst of COVID to nothingness.
Literally.
Yes. But before we dive into the topic, how's your week, everybody?
Busy.
What were you busy with?
Renovation.
Oh, yeah.
My entire house is undergoing renovation.
That's
So
crazy.
I had to pack and leave the house and stay at a hotel for 3 nights this week.
Oh.
And then come back and do so much cleaning.
But 3 days, quite fast Actually,
it was not done.
Oh.
We came back and it was still dusty.
Yeah, see, I
and
expected that.
Yes. So, busy week.
Man, so you've just been spending the whole week packing.
Packing,
Cleaning, dusting.
and
Wow.
rehearsals.
I hate renovation so much.
So
it's
hard.
it's the cleaning after
It's
that.
the dust
It's-
on the floor.
Oh.
It's like upstairs, downstairs is, oh my god, drilling.
It's
Then the house
everywhere.
itself is just dust.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just everywhere.
You mop
It's so
already,
bad.
you feel like, how come I never mop like that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then mop again, and then mop again. I was using hand
Oh my god.
on the ground to clean my room.
When is it projected to be done? Done.
By end of this week,
It
maybe?
is quite fast.
Wait,
leh.
so it's still not done?
It's still not done.
No, because she's renovating her
the kitchen is not done.
kitchen
the rooms
and
are
living
somewhat
room,
done
which is
already.
a lot.
The rooms are done.
Wow. I'm excited to see the done thing though. The done thing.
Are your walls still green? Blue? Blue? Isn't your walls blue in your living room?
Oh yes, it's not.
Okay, it's not blue anymore.
Yeah, it's like a neutral tone already.
Okay.
Oh,
We have
pretty.
neutral brown.
What about you?
guys?
How's
Yeah.
your week?
I worked out a lot.
Yay!
I don't really
That's a good
remember.
thing. It's a blur.
Yeah, I worked out quite a bit. At least for the past few weeks, I've been working out 4 to 5 times a week.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I've been going for
Woohoo.
Pilates 3 times a week. Oh my god, it's so painful reformer. Yeah,
But it's so fun.
Yeah.
it's so fun.
It's the
but
pain that you want to go through again after.
yeah,
class.
low key, not gonna lie, I feel like I'm a bit addicted to it.
oh.
I'll be thinking about going to reformer the next day,
Because it's a
the day
good
before.
workout.
Yeah.
It's a good
it's a
workout.
good
It's really, really
workout.
painful, but
And
it's a
it's
good
fun.
workout. Other than that, I've been editing a lot of content. Yeah, just a lot of editing on my
Yay.
phone and a bit too addicted to doom scrolling lah. Huh?
I think I've just been teaching a lot.
Oh yeah,
My whole of July in general is just teaching nonstop. But also because I'm trying to earn as much money.
girly
as I
is
can
in the
before I
teaching
fly
and
off.
money making era.
It's true. Super random gigs here and there.
Oh, the school show.
The
thing,
school show
right?
yesterday, I did a kind of assembly show for
Presentation?
racial harmony. It's not it's kind of like a presentation, but it's
Ooh.
we share music with the kids.
We have something special to eat today. So we
I'm
have
so
poke
excited.
I'm
today,
so excited.
but specifically poke from a poke theory.
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of have a little story with a poke theory. With a poke theory. So I used to work in a poke theory for many, many years, 3 years. And ever since, because of COVID, because we are all non-essential workers, we kind of couldn't make theatre, couldn't make art. So I was like, you know what, friends, you nothing to do, right? Come join me at a poke theory. So ended up
It was great.
yeah, 3 of us worked at a poke theory
Yep.
for a year-ish.
About there.
Yeah,
that's
part-time.
about
Part-time.
So-
yeah.
Yeah, so a poke theory and poke from there really
there. Yeah.
special place in our heart.
And that's also kind of the start of this whole thing, right? Start of a mouthful. Us working spending so much time together, kind of spur this whole thing.
I remember
So
there
it's
was
super
one
special.
just one day that we worked together, one shift that we worked
Oh,
together.
I remember.
It was
we
a
went to a
closing
video
shift.
or something.
Yeah, we took a boomerang if I can find
Yeah.
insert. But it was so fun.
Mm.
But yeah. So today we have original shoyu salmon over sushi rice, and we decided to be our own bowl. So we got a few different things. We have wakame, broccoli, edamame, jalapeno relish, and corn for the original shoyu salmon bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The peanut. Oh no, fried garlic.
Oh no, it's
garlic.
garlic. Yeah, it's garlic and furikake.
So over there,
It's
the other
salad.
bowl is
It's
original shoyu tuna.
tuna with lettuce. Yeah.
Oh, you got lettuce?
I got lettuce, cabbage, the salad. Sorry. Huh? I thought we wanted to be healthy.
No.
Right.
Why didn't you get the quinoa?
I should have gotten the quinoa.
Yeah,
Oh, you like
you
the
always eat
quinoa.
I always like the quinoa.
The small grain.
Yeah.
I
The
tell
creamy.
you. Okay, context is right when.
Wait, can I start?
Wait, let me share the last story. Context is whenever you order, right? There are like 10,000 different pronunciations for
Of
quinoa.
quinoa.
Queenie, Queenie,
Quino.
Quano. It was
no.
amazing. Okay.
It's so hard to keep a straight face. You're like, sorry. Oh, the
Oh,
quinoa,
quinoa, okay.
is it? Okay.
Like, bless you. Okay, but to be fair,
No.
quinoa wasn't a big thing back then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's also Roman letters.
Roma.
No, it's the one where this auntie came and asked for
Roast pork.
烧肉. They asked, 这边有烧肉吗? They
Which
were like,
means,
what
is
do
there
you mean?
roast pork here?
Yeah, they were like, sorry, this one not pork theory, ah.
And
Is that what she really thought?
yeah.
She was like, pork theory, so she asked for 烧肉.
But in front of the counter was a big halal sign.
Okay, let's start.
Let's dig in. For sauces, today we have spicy garlic sesame, which is one of my favorite, and also spicy mayo. Okay, so let's dig in.
Yes. Okay.
Whee!
Oh my god, it's been so long since I had this. Yeah.
Literally, I haven't had a poke theory ever since I stopped working there, which has been like
Oh, I have had it a few times.
3-4 years. So
Okay.
let's see if it still tastes
Ooh,
the
I don't know
same.
how to eat
I'm
this.
gonna try the sauce.
I feel like it's changed quite a bit since we left lah.
It's not the same.
Even the ingredients are a bit different.
Aww.
Wait. And no, this spicy mayo. This spicy garlic. Oh, it's changed so much.
Not bad though.
I was working so much there to one point where I was cutting fish. I got promoted to cutting fish. Because
Chef.
usually the max we do is like cut tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Or like peel beetroot and carrot.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is damn nostalgic. And having not just having a poke theory, having with you all.
So the previous episode, we were talking about like drama school. Talking about like how it works, our struggles. I think we even broke down like what happens in a usual day in drama school, right? And then our favorite classes, least favorite. So if you want to hear more about that one, you can head over to that episode. But today we'll be talking about post drama school. So meaning COVID, essentially 2020 when lockdown happened. It meant that we didn't even get to have a grad show.
That was
Yeah.
So like typically
sad.
drama school, you end off with like one graduation
show.
showcase, and then like industry professionals are invited. You show them like what is
did you
your
do?
final product after 3 years of school, right? But we didn't even get to have that. I think I remember it was like we finished like teching, or we just ran
No,
through like
we
Act
didn't
1.
even tech.
No, we
We
didn't even
had,
hit
like-
tech.
We didn't even finish
We did a
Act 2.
stumble through
Yeah.
of Act 1, and then
Correct.
next day it was like
Correct.
lockdown. And we were like stuck at home and we had like no idea.
It's such a weird.
Yeah, it was so weird because you're like, okay, the thing is like, school it will open up in 1 week.
Mm.
But then it never happened.
We kept thinking like it was like
2
maybe
weeks.
1 week thing,
Yeah,
2
1
week
week.
thing, maybe a month thing.
Yeah, so we
kept-
even like kept exercising at home.
Correct.
We kept our what happened.
This is the salad that's hidden underneath the bouquet.
So back in our time, the salad was
Roman
Roman lettuce.
Roman letters.
Now it's
leh.
like cabbage.
Yeah,
like
it's
cabbage
cabbage.
It's
Proper
giving
cabbage.
like Thai salad. I remember it was really weird because the day for all Singaporeans, if you remember, that day where suddenly we have to open up our TVs, turn on our TVs and laptops, and we look at our beloved Lee Hsien Loong dog while changing his drinks and
Water.
languages.
I remember we were all in the rehearsal room.
And all of the huddled around.
Huddled around this small laptop and we're like, oh my god. Because we were still at that point we were still in school and we were rehearsing, but
Yeah.
we can't rehearse in a big group, right?
It was really weird because we didn't understand what was the meaning of lockdown.
exactly
Yeah.
and what
And
even means.
Like, what could we anticipate?
Yeah. It was so new to everybody.
And
This
then
whole
like a
thing.
bunch of people started crying.
Yeah.
No, I also remember when like our program leader and the director tell us like we can't have audience. Do you remember that? Like we were
I
all, it
remember
was
that.
before rehearsals.
I don't remember
And
this.
like we can't have any audience because there was the spreading is getting bad and blah blah blah, and then we're all just like there trying to process it and nobody dared to cry. And then after that,
Oh
our
my
program leader
God.
was like, "It's okay, guys. You
You still
can
get to do the
cry
show."
if you want." And we all just.
It was so sad.
I think not having a grad show is really not on your bingo card, but it's also one of the worst things that can happen in drama school because
Honestly, yes.
you work so hard for all the 3 years
So hard.
and you have nothing to show for it.
We were doing Chicago. Everyone was very excited. Even the music director was like, oh my god, we're finally doing
Yeah.
Chicago. We had like a 14-piece band. It was
It was
insane.
gonna
I'm
be
pretty sure
so
even like
big.
TPM was excited.
Yeah,
You know,
everyone
like
was so excited for
costume
it.
set. Like it was a
Hmm.
big thing.
Costumes were like that off because
we
it
were
was so
like
tiny.
we trained Fossey for like
Yeah.
2
like,
years
2
because we knew we
years.
were gonna do it, right? So
Mm.
Fossey classes was like every week, like training our form,
Yeah.
training our
And because our year group wasn't necessarily the dancer group,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we had some strong dancers, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So everyone was working extra hard.
Yeah.
We're like, you know what? We need to show them that
Yes.
we can do
Correct.
it.
we were so like
And to be able to get a dance heavy show
It's crazy, yeah.
for like our batch was like
and we
wow.
looked so good in like
the rehearsal
promotional
video.
the
Honestly,
rehearsal
looking
video
back,
that we
it's
did
not
of
bad.
Act 1 and
Yeah,
everything. Everyone
like-
looks so good.
Mm-mm-mm.
This is us on like the nostalgic train, you know, like reminiscing. But I think like, how did you guys like get through that period, like at home?
Like at home, like once
yeah,
lockdown
like
has
once
started,
like
is
it really settled in that we're not going to have a great
it was
show
such
anymore.
it was such a weird time. I remember like the lockdown itself happened quite
It was very
Sudden.
sudden.
and then we had online rehearsals.
Oh my, that was good.
That was a mess.
An attempt was made.
Trying to sing on Zoom, no,
It's crazy.
Like,
And
why?
at that time nobody knew how Zoom worked.
Yeah.
Right? I was so new to it. Nobody knew how Zoom worked.
the 40-minute like time
like,
limit.
How many of us are there? 30-something people? 30-something people on a Zoom trying to sing together. Yeah, it was not
great.
happening.
It was not.
I think because at the time we thought like, okay, it's gonna open up anytime soon. Let's not forget our song.
Correct.
Let's still like practice because so I think that was the message that we were getting
Yeah,
lah.
and even our director like was still in Singapore because she was like, we'll write it out this like few weeks or 1 month and then we'll come back to rehearsals. But it
But after a few
After a
weeks,
while,
you
yeah.
realize that okay, it's
It's-
really not happening, and
yeah.
it's better not to have the hope
mm,
that it might happen already. You know,
Mm.
now it's just like, how do I get through this 2 months of staying at home?
I was staying at home. I also remember our like online hit classes.
Oh my god.
Mm.
That was so painful. That was so painful. It was
Yeah.
so difficult for some reason.
Because you
man.
don't have the people with you actually doing
It,
the
it was so much more difficult than doing
No,
it,
but-
actually doing it
but
in
her-
school.
and then that's when we finish our thesis.
Oh yeah, and then we also still had to finish our thesis.
Not gonna lie. If not for lockdown, I don't think I would have finished my thesis on time.
I think there was a period also I was very consistent in my journaling.
Oh,
Were you doing
yes,
artist way
the
back then?
artist
Yeah,
way.
The artist way was the thing that like
Brought you through the whole thing.
Yeah.
brought me through the whole thing. Like it gave me some form of like something to look forward
Yeah,
to.
I remember I was
Yeah.
journaling. I was also doing the artist way, and I was journaling every morning.
Yeah, like really morning pages.
Yeah,
Wow, look at
Full
y'all.
on there. I was
wasn't.
so
Was I?
consistent. Like that was the time I realized, oh my gosh, this journaling thing like really helps.
It's solid, actually.
Because there's so much things to process.
Yeah.
And like if you're so far away from other people, it's not like we can just meet, right? I mean, we were really calling every other night, maybe.
yeah.
To like
we
chit
still,
chat, play
talk to each
games,
other.
bake
We zoomed a
together.
lot.
Zoomed a lot.
And we bake, yeah.
You know.
Oh my god, we zoomed and baked with your mom.
Yeah.
Her mom taught us how to make
Cinnamon
garlic bread
rolls.
and cinnamon rolls over Zoom.
Oh, that was so solid.
And then we also zoomed to open our thesis results together.
Oh,
did we?
yes.
We did.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I totally don't remember.
Yeah.
Nothing do, we just zoom.
Yeah, and then we tried to make a bunch like some videos like
Ah,
like
I
singing
don't wanna think about
slash dancing dance videos. Oh, and the bunch of videos you have to do to send to like our program leaders so that they would because they were trying to
Make a video.
compile a video out of it from Chicago, and,
And guess what?
We never ever saw it.
No, we saw it. It was a Instagram post. But I'm not inside at all. I'm not inside at all.
Why?
Because
Why?
it was
Oh,
a
because
video
all
of
that
all that
jazz.
jazz.
Oh man,
And I was
yeah.
playing Mama Morton. I was nowhere to be found.
Oh, that was so funny. Yeah, what else do you guys do?
I did a lot of
During
yoga.
lockdown. Same. I also did. I did
That's
like
like
the
our
30-day
our
challenge.
yoga eras.
Correct.
Yoga with
Like-
Adrian. Oh my gosh, shout out. It
Oh,
was best.
I love yoga.
That
with
was
Adrian.
like my introduction to yoga.
yeah, same.
And then after that, I started doing Travis. What? Travis
and
Elliot? Travis something.
don't know.
Yeah, because I found yoga with Adrian a bit boring after a while. she,
I mean,
she-
it's very beginner
and
friendly.
slower.
Yeah.
A lot slower. It's like 45 minutes. It's way
Correct.
too long for me. And then I started doing Travis Elliot. Also Travis Scott. I don't know. Okay, one of it is a singer, one is not. Okay, he
Scott's
does
a singer.
more power flow, so it's a lot more fun. Oh, I slept so much. My skin was so clear.
My skin was so good.
so clear.
Dude,
Because we were not
not
stressed.
being
Yeah.
out.
Not
And
being
then-
out, sleeping,
Yeah.
eating, working out.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Glass
eventually
skin.
you work.
Yeah,
right?
because
Eventually.
the whole full lockdown period was, I think, 2 months. After that, some people who are like working at F&B can come out. At that point, I was like, I need to get out of the house. So I went to continue working at
Okay, theory. Yeah, and then you brought us in to work because at some point we were also really bored staying at home.
yeah, and I was like, I need friends.
I remember us going to the shop to like interview. And then she asked, "Do you know how to cut
Tomato.
tomato and
Like, we
carrot?"
can learn.
Then yeah, we're just like, yeah.
I don't know how you guys cut it.
Yeah,
I cut with a knife.
I can
lah.
use
I
a
don't know about
knife.
you lah.
Shout
That was
out to
very fun.
Jing Han, man,
Oh,
best manager
yes,
ever.
yes.
Shout out to
Thank you,
Kenrich,
boss.
a Poke Theory. Thank you, boss. What is your first job outside of COVID? After COVID? During
Poke
each
theory.
after, yeah.
A poke theory.
Okay. That aside, okay, we have established that fact. That aside, what else did we do?
We did the science camp thing.
Oh my.
Do you remember the
God.
science camp thing?
Yes.
I don't wish
we
we
did
Oh,
that.
I don't know if you ever do that again. Well, it was kids, so it's science camp for kids, and
A
it
lot
was
of
so
kids.
full on. It was like
Yeah.
5 days a week, like 8
With
a.m. to
40
5 p.m.
kids.
40 over kids, and every single week is a different camp. It's the same camp, just a different group of people.
I
Of
tell
kids.
you, it was so funny because
I-
there were 3 different outlets on the same road, and all of us, sadly, happily, I don't know, were
Different.
in different outlets.
Oh yeah.
So-
Very
yeah.
rare we get to go
Almost
together.
every day, we will congregate together.
Yeah,
After that, and be like,
after
oh my
that.
god, today's class was.
And we will like have
It's
like a
like
bitching
yapping.
session
Oh my
after
God.
that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that we're going to do F45.
Oh,
You remember? I don't know if you did.
No,
She didn't.
I'm
But
pretty sure I didn't.
after that we'll do F45.
Oh my! I
Yeah.
totally forgot about that. Oh my god! F45 era, never
Correct.
again.
Oh, so hard.
I would say
What a
that
time.
science camp was the reason that made me not want to have kids. It's like best natural contraception,
Yes,
being
yeah.
put in the room with 40 kids.
Mm.
It was so bad. Like I remember I've never screamed so much in my life. And it was probably one of my first few jobs with kids.
Oh,
Like I think it was my first, other than the birthday parties that I do, right? This is my first ever like teaching, quote unquote teaching thing with kids. And it was so bad. Like you were just screaming at the top of your lungs to get 40 people to listen to you at all times.
I got a complaint though when I was there.
Oh really?
A mom came out to me saying, my daughter said you were shouting in the camp. So she didn't really enjoy it because of the shouting. I'm like, ma'am.
Have you seen the amount of people
There's
here?
40 kids in class. You gotta raise your voice, but no one's gonna hear you.
Yeah.
And I'm just, okay, we'll have a look into it.
And then you also have to always stay back to do the material, prepare the materials. for
Yeah,
the next
because I
day.
was part of like the other outlet where they were doing a lot more hands-on, like
Yeah.
small things. So I was like doing hot glue gun and things all the time.
And then after that I started teaching at another thing that involved kids.
All of us.
All of us.
We all started teaching.
It was
But that was
a bit better.
That was better. That's a lot, but not a
it's
bit.
really
a lot
it's quite
better.
funny because at that point in time we were all working at the same place at the same time.
Correct.
It's like we were moving as a trio.
Yeah.
Then we separated.
yeah.
We help each other get lobang.
Correct.
It's
It's
like,
like
Hey,
if
got a new
someone
place to work, you come.
Yeah.
Intro you.
yeah. So we
They
were all
eventually
kind of
left.
working together at
Mm.
quite a lot of places at the same time.
Mm-mm.
And
It was
then-
the period that we were very together.
correct.
Yeah.
A lot
And-
of our workplaces were together.
Yeah.
And that's how we formed
We
this
formed
thing.
and how this thing is born.
Yeah.
Correct.
Just because we
we
spend so much time
spend so much time. Like,
eating.
after graduation, we are each other's like constant, like beside the more
Colleagues.
constant.
What?
Yeah, because we spend so much time together. Like we're working together, and then after that, we still hang out together,
Eat food
So,
together.
Correct, eat together,
Talk about life. Talk about art.
so many things.
We had a Mouthful podcast by ourselves back then.
Yeah, like it's
It was
just
just a mouthful dinner
it was this without the mics.
without the mics and just
Yeah.
a lot of talking. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to do with my life. Oh yeah, we should have done this.
There
Oh yeah, we
was-
should have done that. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
there was so many uncertainties. Back
Yeah.
then. There was so many dreams. Like people were auditioning for USS.
Oh my god. that-
And like full time USS.
I swear,
like,
if it
before
wasn't
started.
for COVID, I probably would be working in US. You also.
Mm.
Because we continued
both got
to like
the callback, right?
Yeah.
Audition. Yeah.
Yeah, and then audition for USS, the audition was so many things, and then in the end, it's just like nothing. Well, good luck. Good luck.
But that's also when we came together and we thought, okay, you know what? We need to take matters into our hands.
Correct.
And we need to create our own.
Correct. If nobody's
Sure.
giving us jobs, we're giving ourselves jobs.
Correct. It was one legendary day
At Coffee Bean.
meal at Coffee Bean.
I remember it
Yeah.
was very random.
It
like,
was so random.
I just got a message from them. I was working, I was cutting my fish, and then I was like, hey, we are at NUH Coffee Bean, so come by later. I was like, sure. Then I go there, and then they was talking about like creating their own show. And back then I had no like concept of creating show. I'm like, these people, wow. And they're like, you want to be part of it? I'm like, sure.
That was like our very first document.
That was, I probably still have like
The document, right?
somewhere in good notes.
I think I felt very unsettled there. The desire to want to create is like, oh,
Correct.
there.
And there is no outlet for you doing because there's literally nothing, right? And we've been doing it for 3 years and you suddenly just
disappear.
disappear.
Cannot do
Mm.
anything.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think we were also trying to grasp at everything we can, you know.
There's
kinda
like two
how-
responses. You can be like, oh, okay, lament, you know, like I
Yeah.
cannot, there's nothing to do and what.
Mm.
But I think there was a period of that. And then afterwards, I was like, no, I need to do something.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I was just confused and here for the ride. Which I'm
We
glad
just
that I hopped onto the boat.
in
Yeah.
for
I
the
was just,
ride.
okay, let's go along. I don't know what's happening.
I feel I'm the one that's always like,
Yeah, because you even wrote a
Yeah.
song during COVID.
Yeah.
Because it was so
Yeah.
like...
I'm the type that like, let's do this, guys.
I was just
Like,
confused.
anybody's on my boat because I want to create something and
She just dragged all of us.
yeah,
along.
yeah, yeah. If you want, and then Ro is like, okay, sure.
Any sort of like a reflection on the art scene back then?
On the
Like what
How
was
do
your
we
thoughts?
feel
How do
about
you feel
ourselves?
about it? How do you feel about yourselves?
Wow,
I feel like it was a lot of a lot of anxiety for me, and it was a lot of like fear. That's the right word, like fear and anxiety. Because every single day at home, I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life? Because doing theater is all I know,
yeah,
right? And I'm like, am I ever going to do that again?
Yeah,
There's so many questions around it, and every day it was just like me having an existential crisis because I don't know what else to do with my life because I only know how to do theater at that point.
yeah. It's like, how do you
Right?
call yourself an actor if you're not acting?
Correct. Exactly.
So I think that was our sentiments that we brought into our West the Rise.
Mm,
It's like, can you call yourself an artist if you're not acting?
correct. If
You're
not
just
doing art.
auditioning,
yeah.
you know, or
Exactly.
like you're just taking classes and all that. So it's very
Mm.
hard. Like, what do you call yourself?
I think I would think
Mm.
that my experience would be like the total opposite end from both of you.
Oh,
Yeah. I was having the time of my life at home.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, I was bored, yes, but I was having the time of my life doing nothing.
Mm.
But I also think I wasn't processing everything. I was just because
Yeah.
when they mentioned about wanting to do art, blah 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 blah, right? I was like, okay, sure. It wasn't like, oh my god, it was just like, okay, sure. Like, so not that I didn't want to do it. Like, I think looking back, I wanted to do it. I just didn't know what I want. And I think we had talked about this before. I was feeling very lost. I'm very lost in general in life. Back then. Now a bit.
That's
the
okay.
same. I was feeling very lost. So I was doing a lot of things I was going with the flow a lot. Because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like I thought I was gonna do USS. Or USS was something I really, really, really wanted to do. But other than that, it's like, oh, I'm not doing USS. What can I do? And then the whole audition thing started. Then I'm like, okay. So I didn't really process much until probably when we were doing West Rise. Because we were forced to think about it when we were writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like a part of us wanting to create something is also it also helped us process a lot of
It's
our
a bit
thoughts.
self-indulgent.
A
lah.
little bit actually quite quite
It
self-indulgent.
was very
lah.
self-indulgent when we first started.
Yeah.
And then with the help of our director, it
Directors.
was a lot more director outwards.
correct.
And it did
Yeah.
really did help me.
But a
process
big part of
everything.
that was that it really helped us process a lot of things and a lot of like
And that is the purpose of like art also, right?
Which is great.
Help us process and help those who are also going through a similar period that time.
yeah.
Like a lot of our classmates, when they came to watch our show, they're like, oh,
They cry leh.
They
Yeah.
felt very like seen lah.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
our story is not something that
It's not just
It's
every
unique. It's not unique
batch
to
will
us.
feel.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a very unique to us, like
Mm.
those who just graduated into nothingness. And then it's not even like we have standing in the industry already to back us up,
Correct,
right?
correct. It's literally nobody knows you. And grad show was the one chance we had to show the
people
industry or
that
show people
we
that we
exist.
exist lah, right? And we are graduating and we are coming into the industry. But we didn't even have that. So we really had to do something for ourselves. Right?
And we're very
So-
thankful that like Sing Theatre did the musical theatre Fringe Fest at that time. We were so thankful because without it,
I don't know what
I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know what I would be doing actually.
Because I think through that, then we realized actually making art can be accessible / easy to us. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I do a
it
big
doesn't have to be
production.
exactly.
It can be like small things.
correct.
It was very big to us back then. lah.
Yeah.
It was lah.
It is
But
still
how
a
to
big thing
plan.
lah.
Yeah,
Think about
still-
it.
yeah.
But it really kickstart like, you know what? Creating is not,
It's not
it
hard
doesn't have to be
create.
like, I need to create something very, very interesting.
Correct.
Small things you want to say, just say only.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's the fact that we are still trying to do that now.
Through this.
To create
I think
stuff.
that really says a lot. Like amidst even now, like back then we had nothing much to do. So then creating was easier. Or like coming together to write something or to produce something was easier. But even now with like our busy schedules, that we are still trying to do all of these things, I think it really is like a testament to the power of just creating in general.
friendship.
Friendship. so
How you find friends who want to create the same
True.
thing as you?
That's actually
you know,
same
have the
rubbish,
same
eh.
like artistic goals.
Yeah.
You know, like we have each of our own paths, but
And
then
fight
we
and
still
fight,
want
but don't
to
fight.
do the but still want to do this, you know. It's been like so many years
Correct. Exactly.
of wanting to do a podcast or wanting to do like
Yeah.
art together and all that. But
Yeah.
we still do it.
Oh, am I supposed to
Yeah.
end it? Oh, sorry.
You didn't write
Well, I
it
did
down.
write
to
it
the
down, but I'm
end.
supposed
I
to
looked
end
at
it.
her
So
notes. I'm like, she didn't write it. She confirmed forget.
yeah, I did.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
so this is basically what our post drama school spiel was.
Very different from a lot of people, I would say.
It's very, very
Yeah.
different. Our graduation story is quite different from a lot of other batches or the subsequent batches that come along. So I think it's quite unique to and personal to us.
There's
So we
definitely a
hope
lot
that-
more things for us to talk about.
Correct, and
But
definitely there's a
we yap
lot
too
more
much.
things. Yeah, as usual, we yap a lot. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed these little spiels and follow us on our social media at A Mouthful Prods on Instagram and TikTok. If you haven't, you can ask us questions there if you want. You know, or if you want to suggest like subsequent topics to us, I think we'll be very
Yes,
grateful for
please.
that as well. Yeah. So what's our next topic? I actually don't remember.
Ayoy.
Do you remember it?
So since we yap so much about this thing called A Mouthful and Western
yes,
Rice,
yes,
and
yes.
TFF,
yes,
Yeah,
we're
of
gonna talk
course.
about that next week.
Correct. We're gonna talk
More.
about more about MTFF, the Musical Theatre Fringe Festival, next week, and how we created a show. So yeah,
And how
hope
we
to
nearly kill each
see-
other. Okay, not really.
So we hope to
We
see
did
you
not.
guys in the next episode, and that's all.
Bye. See you.